Hello, everyone. This is MMA Interesting Prospects podcast. Today, our guest is Devin Smyth, who defeated Jonathan Piersma on main event of LFA 167. Hello, Devin. How are you?
I'm doing good. About yourself?
I'm good, thanks. Devin, you in your last fight defeated a very good fighter in great fashion. It was beautiful knockout, very quick fight. So, if you can tell me if this fight could go any better for you.
No, it was surreal the way that it ended. Me being off for 3 years and out of the cage for 3 years. It was tough. That was a tough fight for me mentally. I went through a lot of things. I dealt with a lot of a lot of feelings going into that fight. So for it to end, in 51 seconds with in that fashion was wild. I couldn't imagine it going any better.
And Jonathan is very good fighter, so I think that it also can give you more confidence that you after so big break can defeat such a good fighter as he is.
Yeah, it's all credit to Jonathan. He's a tough cat. It was my night. But hey, yeah, he's tough. He's a tough kid. I'm happy. I could walk in there and take care of business.
And were you surprised that LFA gave you a chance to fight in main event of this show?
Yeah, at first, yeah, I didn't even know. I was the main event until like 2-3 weeks prior. My godfather had went down to do some commentating for LFA, and they told him and shot me a text and said, "Hey, put on LFA." And they put it up, and they brought the graphic up, and it said main event, and I was like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah." So that was real exciting, and I was happy. And LFA took really good care of me. Put me in the main event, made sure all my needs was taken care of. So big shout out to LFA. I really like how they run things.
And how did you feel going to the cage? Because it was a long break. You have a very tough opponent in front of you. Did you feel any additional stress or pressure?
And honestly, no. And it was weird. And when I was walking to the cage, I felt like I was exactly where I was supposed to be. I felt like I was in the right place, in the right mindset, and it was sort of like just an overwhelming feeling of finally you're back. You know what I mean? And man, it was wild. It was wild.
Uh, and what do you think should be next for you? Because it was a big win, it was main event. So do you think that maybe a title will be next for you?
Yeah, I'll definitely be fighting for the title next. I'm not sure if we'll be fighting for an interim title or the main title, but we'll figure stuff out, see what's going on. I know the kid that has the belt right now is hurt at the moment, so waiting on him, see what's going on with him, whether he got to have surgery or not, and if not, we'll go with him, and if he is, then we'll go for an interim belt, hopefully back in Niagara Falls. So we'll see.
And you were quite close to being signed to the UFC in 2019. And I think that if you will get a chance to fight for the title and you win it, you will be very, very close to be signed there.
Yeah, I think so too. All LFA belts are very prominent, and it's pretty much like your ticket into the UFC. So there's a whole lot of champions that are signed with the UFC right now, and I'm looking forward to being the next.
And can you tell a little bit about the reason why there were a 3-year break between the fights?
Yeah, after my last fight with LFA, I got really into my head. I got really down on myself and wasn't really sure this is what I wanted to do. And, was just letting doubt and grief, and disappointment just sort of take over myself. And, I started doing some questionable things and, hanging around with bad people and, found myself in a bad situation. And that was sort of the smack in the ass that I needed to sort of get myself back down here with Rashad, and and that was one of the stipulations of coming down here was, I'm gonna come down here and we're gonna train full time. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna dive into it. You know, um, we're gonna do it for real this time, and that's what happened. Man, I'm so blessed that that's what happened because I'm in a good position now.
Yes, we can see that it was a very good decision because of the performance of yours and because of the future that I think that is waiting for you right now.
Absolutely, I appreciate it.
And let's talk about a little bit about beginnings of your career. Like, what was the first sport that you ever trained, like combat sport? Did you wrestle before, or the MMA was the like beginning?
Yep. So I wrestled. I wrestled ever since I was like 4 years old. So I wrestled for a long time all through high school. Probably should have went to college to wrestle somewhere. I had some offers, but I wasn't. I didn't love wrestling like I love football. So I ended up going to college to play football and took another break from MMA then when I went to play football and um, But yeah, wrestling. I wrestled forever. You know.
And where are you currently training? What is the like main gym that you are right now are training in?
Rashad, and my two cousins, Lance and Xander, all train at my house. So we all live together. We got a little gym in the garage, and we getting ready. We're gonna call it the Sugar Factory, based off of Rashad. But it's not official yet. But yeah, we be in the garage. I go up to American Combat Gym sometimes and get as much work as I can when I'm able to get down that way. But so shout out to Charles McCarthy and Devin Moultrie, for allowing me to come in there and get some work in, but yeah, mostly it's just it's in our garage. We're running together, we're sparring, rolling together, so it's a good situation we got.
And how big of an inspiration is for you, Rashad Evans?
Oh man, he is the inspiration. It was. I knew I wanted to fight when I was little and I seen him doing what it was doing, and then when I came down here to live with him the first time in 2013, I sort of seen I saw the life that of a top 10, what I'm saying, UFC fighter, a fighter with a belt. I seen that life and what it comes with, and that's what made me sort of fall in love with doing this because that's exactly what I want. Like the life that I saw Rashad was living when I came down here the first time is exactly what I want, and it's exactly what I'm still striving for today. I want that peace of mind. I want the recognition. I want the benefits that just come along with being one of the best in the world. And it's just something that we be working every day towards. So.
Rashad had so many great moments in the UFC, and what is your favorite one?
Oh man, it's gotta be Chuck Liddell. Man, when he knocked out Chuck Liddell, that was the fight that really put him on the map in terms of dang, Rashad can probably hold a belt, can probably come get a belt, and be the best in the world, and I remember I was so nervous before that fight just because Chuck was this killer that everybody was scared of, and he was putting people to sleep, and I just didn't want that to happen to Rashad, So when he knocked him out, it was, man, I remember exactly where I was. I remember exactly what I was doing. I'll never forget that moment for the rest of my life.
And it like opened the door for like next great fights for him. So I think that it was one of the best moment. I actually love his like rivalry against Rampage Jackson. It was
Yeah,
also like with the Ultimate Fighter. It was very cool and very interesting to watch.
absolutely, absolutely.
And in watching your fights, that let's say that we can see that you are overall a very good fighter. And what do you think is the best tool of your toolkit?
I'd probably say my wrestling. That's just my base. That's where I started at. I know when in doubt, I could wrestle. Yeah, so I would have to say wrestling. I love to stand up. I love to kick people. You know what I'm saying? I love to punch people, but I feel like I'm in the most control when I'm wrestling, so that's what I would think is my best sort of trait.
And there is a chance that you will be fighting for the LFA title. And do you think that there is a chance for you to be in the UFC in the beginning of next year?
Man, if everything goes according to plan, yeah. Like I said, we got to figure out. I got to figure out what's going on with my next fight, where I'm fighting, who I'm fighting, and get through that one first. But I know if that happens before the end of the year, I'm looking really good. I'm looking really good early next year. So we'll see what's up. Only God knows. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in any rush. I'm not in my prime yet. I'm just gonna keep training, keep getting better, and whatever they give me, they got to get got.
Do you have a fighter in the UFC that you would like to face either as the first fight in the UFC or maybe later on?
My first fight, I want to fight Darius Flowers again because I already beat him once, and now he's in the UFC, and yeah, I want to fight him first immediately.
Yes, and actually it was a very good win for you because he's a good fighter, and I think that it was a beginning of your career, if I'm
Yep.
correct.
Yeah, I fought him when I was like 5-1, I think, 4-1, something along those lines, something along those lines. But I remember he was talking so much. He was talking so much and got submitted in the first round. You know what I mean? Uh, hey, but it ain't even a jealous thing. It's a thing where dang, like you got it. Congratulations. You know what I'm saying? You there. You got lucky on the contender series and found your way in. You know what I mean? And all praise to you. But yeah, when I get there, it's gonna be problems for you. So like I said, we're just taking it one step at a time and seeing what we can do.
And do you have a fighter in the welterweight division in the UFC that you like watching, like take some knowledge from?
Oh, definitely Kamaru Usman. Definitely Kamaru. The first time I came down to stay with Rashad, Kamaru was actually living with us as well. That was before he was in the UFC, and you know what I'm saying. And even back then, I could just tell that he was going to be one of the greatest one day. He just works ungodly hard. Like people don't even understand. He's always doing something. He's always training. He's always working. He's always working on improving his craft. And that was something that I really took from him. Especially now that I look back and I realize that's just what it takes. And I'm happy that I was exposed to see what it takes. So now that I'm in the position right now, I know all I got to do is keep training every day. Just keep training, keep doing my thing, and hopefully things will fall into place. And now I look at Kamaru now and I watch him fight, and man, it's just like it's just such a good time watching him fight. And it's always good when you have sort of a deeper connection with somebody rather than just being a fan when you know them for real. But yeah, definitely Kamaru. Definitely Kamaru. He's definitely a big inspiration.
I hope that Kamaru will be in the cage soon because, like you said, he's such a good fighter. So it's like it would be nice to see him winning because he's like still top I don't know 2 or 3
Oh yeah.
welterweight in the world.
Oh, absolutely. And I think he will. I think we'll see him. I think we'll see him soon. I know he's still, he got that itch in him, and um, he got things to take care of. So I think we will. I think we'll see him soon. I know. I think he might have had a couple of injuries that he's dealing with right now. So I'm just not. I'm not sure, but yeah, I would definitely love to see him in the cage again soon.
And what do you think about welterweight title fight, Leon Edwards against Colvington? Do you have do you know who will win this fight? Like your prediction?
Yeah, I got Colby in that fight just because. I mean, you never know. That's really a toss up fight, but I know if the fight goes after the third round, it's going to be Colby. I think Colby's motor will just run too high, and his volume of punches will overwhelm Leon. But also in them first couple rounds, you better watch out because Leon throws with everything. So we'll see. But also, if he gets tired for a couple seconds against Colby, he's cooked. So I'm not sure. It's a toss up, but I'm gonna go with Colby on this one. unfortunately, because I really don't like Kobe, but it is what it is.
And outside of fighting, if when you have a, let's say, a free day, what do you like to do outside of fighting?
Oh, I love to get out on the golf course. I love golfing. It's such a way to clear my mind and just go out there and be free and do what you got to do. It can be frustrating at times, but it's such a fun sport to try to be out there and sort of shut everything out and connect with yourself, and just focus on each swing and try to put that thing in the hole as quickly as possible. So um yeah, definitely golfing. I love golfing. Love just chilling with the family outside. See, I'm out here right now sitting by the pool, chilling with the family, golfing, chilling with some friends.
Yes, golf is probably very very good, like to be focused on one thing. You don't have like many thoughts in your head when you are
Yeah.
like trying to to hit a ball.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. It gives me a chance to not think about everything. Like right before I got on the plane to go to Niagara Falls for my last fight, the day before, like I was out golfing just because I just needed to take my mind off of things. I just needed to clear my head and calm down and not be so stressed and go out there and just have a good day. You know what I'm saying? Go out there, hit 18 holes with your homies. Have a good time, laugh, joke. Go home and get ready to get up and go take care of business. So definitely golf. I encourage everybody to go out and golf because it's great for the mind.
And also, I have a few other questions outside of fighting. If you can learn one skill in the world, not connected with fighting, what do you like to learn and know?
If I can learn one skill outside of fighting, it'd probably be I probably hmm, I don't even know, to be honest. All I want to do is fight. So it's the. I mean, I would love to learn how to trade more. To learn how to like trade stocks and trade like cryptos and stuff like that. I would love to learn how to do that a little bit better. So and outside of that, and it's just getting better at golf. That's really the only things I want to get better at golf. Maybe learn how to trade a couple pairs, and just continue doing what I'm doing, man. It's really not much that I'm really trying to do besides fighting golf, you know.
So maybe it will be a next chapter of your career after fighting. You will be a
Hey,
best in
hey,
at golf.
I swear I might retire and hit on the PGA tour. You never know. We'll see.
And if you can live in any country in the world outside of US, where would you like to live?
Dominican Republic, for sure. Gorgeous. Dominican Republic. I'd like Puerto Rico a little bit. I would love Brazil. I would love Brazil. I've never been to Brazil. I want to go to Brazil. That's why I'm hoping. I'm hoping we get this fight because that title fight will be in Brazil, and I've never been to Brazil. I definitely want to go. But yeah, I would say Brazil or Puerto Rico or the DR. One of those.
So it would be a great scenario for you fighting against Neto in Brazil, winning a
Yeah,
title there.
right. I'd be like, cool. I get to go to Brazil and I get to win a belt. So it's all the same thing.
And last question: do you have any like fun or interesting fact about you, about your career so far?
Say it one more time.
Do you have a like fun or interesting fact regarding yourself or your career?
Um, Let me see. Well, I've never lost the first round in my life. Never in my life have I ever lost the first round. What else? Um, yeah, I mean, shit. I'm not sure what facts there are. I look forward to fighting every time. I look to be the best that I can be. Every single time. You know, that's a fun fact. I've had 4 surgeries in my life. and they all have been on my left side, every single one. Haven't had anything wrong on my right side ever. It's always on my left side. So that's a fun fact. I broke my left hand. I had surgery on my left shoulder, had surgery on my left ankle, and tore my left knee when I was like in 8th grade or a freshman year in high school. All my left side.
Yes, so one side is a little bit more, let's say, beat up than the other
one.
one.
Yeah. Well, my left side is a little bit more mechanical. I got metal all through the left side of my body. So it's my ankle. I got a metal plate in my ankle. I have some metal screws in my knee still from my surgery a couple years ago. My shoulder's been repaired. My hand is like a rock now, because it's been broken so many times. You know what I'm saying? So I'm the Terminator for real.
Okay, Devin. So many thanks for this conversation. I hope that in next fight you will be fighting for the title and it will be in Brazil.
Thank you.
It
I
would be a
appreciate it.
perfect scenario. So many thanks for the conversation.